And now it's time for the awards for Best Screenplay, Original, and Adapted. Now, I wrote a novel this year called Shop Girl, and several producers came to me and wanted to turn it into a movie. And I said, look, if you think you're going to take this book and change it around and Hollywoodize it and give it a new ending, well, that's going to cost you. And now I'm proud to introduce one of the great stars of Hollywood, Mr. Tom Hanks, who in my book took a shortcut to becoming a movie star. He only made hits. So here he is, Mr. Easy Pants, Tom Hanks.
Not since George Orwell wrote 1984 has one writer's name conjured more speculation and fascination with a year than the author of 2001: A Space Odyssey. That writer is, of course, Sir Arthur C. Clarke. He is at 83, perhaps the most influential science fiction writer in the universe. When Sir Arthur adapted his short story, The Sentinel, for the screen with the late Stanley Kubrick, they produced a memorable film in which the artificial intelligence of a supercomputer named the HAL 9000 fired the imagination of a generation of would-be and could-be space travelers. Tonight, from his home in Colombo, Sri Lanka, in front of this famous 2001 Moonscape mural, he will present an Academy Award for screenwriting. It is my profound honor to introduce Sir Arthur C. Clarke.
Thank you, Tom. This may not look much like it, but I'm actually in Sri Lanka, and it's 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. It's my honor to announce the nominees for the Best Screenplay based on material already published or produced. I'll do it as quick as I can because I know how anxious the nominees are. I've been through the same ordeal myself. Somewhere in my files is the Best Academy Award speech never delivered on behalf of Stanley Kubrick and myself. That was in the last century. The nominees in this century are Robert Nelson Jacobs for Chocolat, based on the novel by Joanne Harris. Wang Hui Ling, James Seamus, Chai Kuo Jung for Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, based on the book by Wang Du Lu. Ethan Cohen and Joel Cohen for O Brother, Where Art Thou, based on the Odyssey by Homer. Stephen Gaghan for Traffic, based on the British series Traffic, created by Simon Moore. Steve Kloves for Wonder Boys, based on the novel by Michael Chabon. And the Oscar goes to Stephen Gaghan for Traffic.
This is the first Academy Award and nomination for Stephen Gaghan.
If I made up a story where someone like me would find himself somewhere like this, nobody would believe it. Nobody here. I have to thank my girlfriend, Michael, our son, Gardner. I'd like to thank the Academy, my parents, Tom and Betty Haig of Louisville, Kentucky, who are somewhere up there in the balcony, I hope. I have to thank all the filmmakers, Steven Soderbergh, the director, who took every single thing I could give him and asked for more and inspired me. Producers Ed Zwick, Laura Bickford, Marshall Herskovitz. I have something here that I have to make sure that USA Pictures, Scott Greenstein, Russell Schwartz, and everybody in the cast and crew. And most importantly, 4 years ago, a lot of people reached out their hands to me and helped me out. And this is for you guys. Thanks.
The next writing award is for original screenplay. Doesn't take a great writer to explain the category. Is for a screenplay that is original. And here are the nominees in that creative endeavor. Cameron Crowe for Almost Famous. Lee Hall for Billy Elliot. Susanna Grant for Aaron Brockovich. David Franzoni, John Logan, and William Nicholson for Gladiator. Kenneth Lonergan for You Can Count on Me.